What's shaking? What's shaking? It's Sherrod in the building. Welcome to Sherrod Hour right here. You know what I'm saying? This week has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all over the news about these killings that we've been seeing. Rest in peace to both Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, who were both shot by police officers. You know, it was really disturbing to see the pictures of how they got shot. You know, I feel like there's no justice going on, but we're going to get justice. We are definitely going to get justice for both Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. You know, my hearts and prayers go out to Alton Sterling and Philando Castile family. It's out there, you know what I'm saying? Especially Philando Castile's girlfriend, Miss Diamond Reynolds. When I mean how heartbroken it was, I'm like, she lost her man in front of 4-year-old daughter who's saying mommy was going to be okay. That broke my heart. Seeing that, hearing that, you know what I'm saying? Justice will be served. I'm telling you, we will get justice. And we won't stop until we get justice. You know what I'm saying? Once again, my hearts and prayers goes out to both families of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. And I also want to give a shout out to this cop. Her name is Nakia Jones. She is a police officer who spoke out, to all, how to be an officer herself. But she really broke down the truth, and I do have a clip for it, so I need everybody to tune in to hear this clip about Miss Nakia Jones, and this is very, very powerful. Let's go.
Nakia Jones. My son came home from work today, and he showed me a disturbing video about a young man that was shot and killed by police in Louisiana. And it's so funny because my son wanted to go to college there, and I kept saying, I ain't feeling that or whatever. What's interesting to me is that the shooting involved a police officer, and I watched the video over and over and over and over and over again so that I wouldn't become judgmental, because not only am I a mother of 2 African-American sons, and I have African-American nephews, and I have brothers, I'm also a person that wears the uniform with the blue. I'm also the one that gives their lives, puts their lives in danger. I wear blue. So I'm looking at it, and I became so furious and so hurt because it bothers me when I hear people say, y'all police officers this, y'all police officers that, and they put us in this negative category when I'm saying to myself, I'm not that type of police officer. I know officers that are like me that will give their life for other people. So I'm looking at it, and it tore me up because I got to see what you all see. If I wasn't a police officer and I wasn't on the inside, I would be saying, look at this racist stuff, look at this, and it hurt me. First of all, I became an officer in 1996. I grew up in the hood, so I ain't grew up in the suburbs. I grew up on 93rd and Kansas. We moved to East Cleveland, so I know what it is. So the reason why I became a police officer was to make a difference in people's lives. I knew what it was like to have a parent on drugs. I knew what it was like to watch people be picked on and bullied on and all kinds of things. I said, I want to make a difference. I want to be that change, so I became that change. So in 96, I took an oath in East Cleveland, sitting in front of Chief Guy, and said I will serve and protect my community by all costs. Even if it meant I wouldn't go home to my 1-year-old daughter. And that's what I did, and I did it with integrity and respect. The thing that hurt me most of all was that a lot of people that I was arresting were the same color as me, that grew up in East Cleveland like me, so I couldn't understand that. Why would you want to destroy your community? I couldn't understand. I said, okay, but they're not sworn to serve and protect either. They didn't take that oath. This is what they do. So then I left there and I came to another predominantly black community and became a police officer. I'm the first and only African-American female officer, and I can say pride and respect. I sat in front of Marcia Fudge and took that oath that I would serve and protect my community. And I also moved into my community, and I raised my children in this community. I wear that blue uniform proudly. And I know for a fact I have 6 beautiful children that love me. And I have a husband, I have a family that loves me. And I know there's times I may not come home from work. I have taken guns off 15, 14, 13-year-old children. I'm talking about real guns. I have had to go and tell a mother that their 13-year-old son or daughter was not coming home. I've interviewed rape victims that's been raped by people that look just like me, the same color as me. We are running around killing each other left and right. But what hurts me the most is the people that stood in front of a judge and stood in front of a mayor and said, I swear my oath that I will serve and protect this community. And God, please forgive me, and you can delete me if you're getting mad at me. If you are white and you working in a black community and you are racist, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You stood up there and took an oath. If this is not where you want to work at, then you need to take your behind somewhere else. I decided to work in the African American community because I'm African American and I wanted to make a difference. I could have worked in Parma. I could have worked in Lakewood. I could have worked in North Olmsted. I'm a double minority. They would have got 2 hits for me because I'm African American and I'm a female. I'm here because I wanted to make a difference. But how dare you stand next to me in the same uniform and murder somebody? How dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. So why don't we just keep it real? If you're that officer, then know good and well you got a God complex. You're afraid of people that don't look like you. You have no business in that uniform. Take it off. If you're afraid to go and talk to an African American female or a male or a Mexican male or female because they're not white like you, take the uniform off. You have no business being a police officer. Because there's many of us that would give our life for anybody. And we took this oath and we meant it. If you are that officer that's prejudiced, take the uniform off and put the KKK hoodie on. Because I will not stand for that. If you're an officer that works with me and you're wrong, I will tell you you're wrong. My heart goes out to that young man's family because if it was my son, I don't know what I would do. But to my brothers and sisters, my juvenile brothers and sisters, I am your keeper. Put them guns down, y'all. We killing each other. And the reason why all this racist stuff keeps going on is because we're divided. We're killing each other. We're not standing together. See, Martin Luther King them stood together. You didn't hear about a bunch of black people killing each other. We got to stand together because a house divided against each other will not stand. And we got to be smart. Don't mean go tearing up stuff. Be smart. I am my brother and my sister's keeper. That's why I'm going to keep this uniform on. Because today I wanted to quit when I saw that video. But I need for y'all to support the ones of us that are right. And I need for you to stand for those of us that are not right. I also need for y'all to become role models for our juveniles. Y'all, they're killing each other left and right. I'm telling you. And people that don't really want us to exist are sitting back laughing because they're saying, look at them destroy each other. Yeah, we'll have a police shooting here or there, but we're not going to talk about the millions of black men that are killing each other left and right. Put the guns down. The most powerful, fearful person in the world is an intelligent black man. Men, I need for y'all to stand up. Get these young men, mentor them, teach them. And then when you see that one of us are doing something wrong, and I'm not telling you, you know when you're wrong, and you know when you're dealing with the police, and we got to do our job, because we have to do our job. But when we do something that you know is wrong, you need to speak up. You need to go speak to a chief. You need to go sit down and talk to mayor. I'm not talking about just because I don't want you to tell me what to do. I'm talking about something serious, y'all. Again, this is my thoughts. If you get upset, delete me. This is my Facebook page. God bless.
Wow. Let me tell y'all something right now. Miss Nakia Jones, we salute you. We really do salute you for that powerful speech as not only as an African American female in a uniform, but as a person. You know what I'm saying? To have the courage There are good cops out there, and you're one of them. So we definitely salute you for that speech and that word and getting it out there all over social media. You definitely got my respect. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely is 1,000% right that us people is definitely are divided, and we definitely need to come together. And that's real talk out there, man. For real. Once again, this is Sherrod Hour right now. We're going to have more about this next week at 2 o'clock next week. It's Sherrod Hour, and I'm out. And once again, thank you, Miss Officer Nakia Jones, for just brazen that powerful message all over social media. You are definitely our role model out there. And I'm gone. Salute.